Suella Braverman.
She once sat at the very heart of Conservative power, Home Secretary, leadership contender and a defining voice on the party's right.
I feel like I've come home. Thank you.
Today, though, Suella Braverman swapped allegiances and became the latest Tory figure to defect to Reform UK.
I'm calling time on a party that keeps making promises with zero intention of keeping them.
After the fanfare came the justification. Later in the day, Braverman set out why she says she had to leave.
I have waited to see if the party would change, but the truth is clear. It has not and it will not. The Conservative Party has gone. The Conservative Party has left the building.
But after a high-profile career, she did recently find herself stuck on the backbenches. How much of this was about your own personal ambitions?
I have not believed in the Conservative Party for some time. At the general election campaign, I basically spent it apologising to people. That's not how you campaign.
This year has already seen a series of high-profile defections. Former Chancellor Nadeem Zahawi joined Reform on the 12th of January. Soon after, Robert Jenrick followed. And now, Braverman. That brings Reform's total number of MPs to 8, although the majority, 5 of them, are former Conservatives. Mr Farage, how do you continue to make the argument that you are a different party and an alternative while you continue to accept Tory defectors?
I can't win. And if we're a group of people that have never been in politics before, never held office before, you'll say to me, well, you're a bunch of nobodies with no idea what you're doing. And then if we recruit some people who've got genuine experience at cabinet level and of being on the front line, you say, well, you look like all the others.
The Conservative Party's response was swift but controversial. They appeared to link Braverman's decision to her mental health before withdrawing the comments. They did, however, say this defection was expected.
Her move to Reform has been motivated by frustrated personal ambition. She ran unsuccessfully for leader twice, and just like Robert Jenrick, I think her personal frustration has got the better of her and led her to make this move.
But for Nigel Farage, it is another new member of his team as he continues his attempts to win over the public. Shihab Khan, News at 10, Westminster.
A date has been set for the Gorton and Denton by-election. It will take place in 4.5 weeks' time. As for who will stand, well, Labour is yet to announce its candidates. All we know is it won't be Andy Burnham. The Manchester mayor was, of course, as you know, blocked yesterday by the party's ruling committee. And today it was back to work for him, insisting his full focus is on his day job. Yes, indeed. In that, the Prime Minister says he's doing excellently as he defended his own role in foiling, for now at least, Burnham's path to party leadership.
The self-styled King of the North.
That's all everybody is talking about all over the country. And
he's talking about education, not what people are in fact talking about, which are his hopes of becoming, if not King of the UK, but eventually it's Prime Minister. But for now, at least, those ambitions have been thwarted by the current Prime Minister, who insists it's not personal.
Andy Burnham's doing a really great job. When I came into politics in 2015, the first thing I did was support Andy Burnham's leadership campaign.
I mean, look, Starmer loves people who want to replace him. Here he is in a Wimbledon pharmacy with Wes Streeting. So why did he block Andy Burnham from resigning as Manchester mayor and being the Labour candidate in Gorton and Denton?
Having an election for the mayor of Manchester when it's not necessary would divert our resources away from the elections that we must have and that we must fight and win.
That's Burnham's Manchester mayoral patch you can see on the horizon here in Gorton and Denton. Would its voters have liked Burnham on the ballot paper?
I just think it's actually quite unfair. He should be allowed the chance to see if people of Denton and Gorton want him to be an MP.
I think this has come from higher up, and I think this is deliberate.
The people on top, they don't want to be pushed out.
And these Labour MPs want Labour's ruling National Executive Committee to think again.
I don't think anyone should be scared of a politician within the Labour movement who brings enormous experience, clear vision, and who's delivered great things as the Mayor of Manchester.
To remove a candidate who was most likely to win for Labour, I find that incredibly difficult to comprehend.
I do think we're at the risk of possibly losing the by-election without Andy Burnham.
They're not all are Burnham fans.
I wish he hadn't have put his hat in the ring for this, because it inevitably was going to cause chaos whether he was barred from standing, which isn't a good look, or whether he stood, and then you would have incessant chatter and speculation.
As for Burnham, he has an invitation for disgruntled Labour MPs.
Come up to Manchester. There's a by-election about to happen. We need your help.
Fight the enemy, not each other, he says. You believe him, don't you? Robert Peston, News at 10.
And Robert is here, of course. Fight the enemy, not each other. Look, we could spend the rest of the programme talking about leadership psychodrama in the Labour Party. I feel like maybe we should talk about reform. Do these former Tories or these Tories defecting help or hinder Nigel Farage, do you think?
I think broadly still marginally help, in the sense that not everybody who has crossed the floor to join him has what you might call an unblemished record. But, you know, when you are, recruiting people who have been in government, and you yourself, former Farage, have never been in government, you know, simply having some people around who can at least talk to you about what it's like and what you have to learn, I think most people in the public think that that's probably helpful. I mean, and you know, equally, he is so much a one-man band, and has been for pretty much his entire life. Again, just having people who've sort of been there and done that, even if, you know, many would say not desperately successfully at all times, is probably still a sort of marginal net benefit. But, you know, what you're implying is absolutely right, that, you know, the British people did reject the Tory party absolutely comprehensively at the last election. And any suggestion that Farage is basically just remaking the Tory party with a different colour and a different kind of a different colour logo and a different leader would ultimately be self-defeating. And then just on the specifics of Suella Braverman, I thought actually she gave a pretty powerful speech today. In fact, she seemed authentic in a way that so many modern politicians don't. And then I suppose there's a sort of slightly marginal point, but I think it's completely irrelevant. A sort of striking characteristic of the two most recent defections, Suella Braverman and Robert Jenrick, is they have Jewish spouses, and there have obviously been these charges against Farage related to his alleged anti-Semitism when at school. It is striking to me that neither of these defectors seem to care about that.